Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
we're here.
Welcome. Another episode of Opposite Saxes. I had to think there.
So did
I do so
I.
many shows and can never remember. Yeah,
It's that time.
it's that time. Today we thought we'd talk about business names. You know,
Not names,
yeah, yeah.
signs.
Well, business names, business signs, something that you kind of do to make it catchy, that somebody, wants to walk in your door. I think back to our days. We had opened up a shoe store, actually a boutique, and one of them we also had a section for runners where we carried running gear and running shoes and everything, and we called it "Gotta Run." And we had a
Nice title.
nice logo and all, and it fit, and we had t-shirts that say "Gotta Run," and we gave them to runners, and so when they were running and they were wearing a "Gotta Run" t-shirt, it was advertising for us, and that was I think well planned. I
Very
often
well.
I often see that at hairdressers,
Mm.
the
Oh, like yeah,
like
the
the
cutesy names.
yeah,
Yeah.
the clip joint
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that. I've always
You're right.
and we've driven by sometimes, and I'd say, "Oh, now look at that.
That's
That's a
an
that's a cute name
hmm
for a business."
hmm
Um, but it's fun to think about some of those that you've seen, and sometimes a restaurant will use that. Another one just came to mind. When we lived in the Florida Keys,
One.
there were very few Chinese restaurants down there, but there was one that was called Takey Outie. And I mean, everybody knew Takey Outie because it sounded Oriental, and there were very few Chinese restaurants. So
There were none.
yeah, instead of it being called, so and so's Chinese restaurant, it was called
Take
Takey
it out.
Outie, and everybody remembered it.
Yep.
Uh,
Or the store that was in Chicago, the Monument store that was next to the gun shop. People would always remember if you said you need to go to the gun store or the monument store.
they were next to each other. Yeah,
I mean, you could find them very easily.
yeah. It was a gun store with a gun range, and then right next door
Was
was.
a monument store.
Yeah,
Very weird.
it was funny.
But today we thought we would do more, not names of businesses,
Yep.
maybe more towards signage.
Yeah, but again, the signage very often was kind of a it was a play on words to keep you connected to that business.
Yes.
Uh, and one that I have is there's a shoe store in Vancouver and all that has a sign out in front, and it says, "We will heal you, we will save your soul, SOLE, and we will even die for you."
Yep,
DYE.
DYE, dye, as in dyeing a fabric.
Yeah. And that was, I remember, I think that there was a place where they would dye bridal shoes and everything, and
Hmm.
we're dying for your
For your
business.
business. Yes, yes, yes.
And it was a great name. I'm
Oh,
sure, I'm sure that those of you are starting to think of some of them that you remember, but we happen to find a list, and some of them are really cute.
what's another one?
Well, there's a guy that's in the curtain, the window covering and curtain business. He's got a sign on the back of his truck that says "Blind Man Driving."
That's cute. That is really cute.
Yes. They,
That's different.
yeah, and then people want to read more about what the sign says and realize that, oh, he sells curtains and Venetian blinds and things like that.
That's good. That's good. Next.
Um, there's a podiatrist that has a sign that says "Time wounds all heals." So again, a play on
Plant, yeah,
words.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
This you want to do the
No,
gynecologist?
not doing that. I thought maybe we were bypassing that one.
A sign at a gynecologist's office. Dr. Jones at your cervix.
That's poor. That's poor.
It it's catchy though. It's catchy.
No, 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 no.
Yes.
At a car dealership, the best way to get back on your feet, miss a car payment.
Yes, get back on your feet. That
Okay.
makes sense. And just like at the optometrist's office, if you don't see what you're looking for, you've come to the right place.
That's cute. Very cute.
And you wonder how much time these
But
people,
we'll spend
yeah,
on
or do they come up with that idea
before.
first and all before they hang a
Yeah,
shingle on their business?
I think they have the business and then they come up with it after. Outside a muffler shop, no appointment necessary. We hear you coming.
That's a good one.
That is a
That's a
great
good one.
one. That's a great one.
Or a sign on a plumber's truck. We repair what your husband fixed.
That's so true.
And it is true.
That is
You know,
so
let
true.
him fix it first, then call us and we'll get it done right.
In a veterinarian's waiting room, be back in 5 minutes. Sit, stay.
I like that. Another plumber's truck. Don't sleep with a drip. Call your plumber.
At the electric company, we would be delighted if you would send in your payment on time. However, if you don't, you will be delighted.
Delighted. Yeah. Or here's another one on an electrician's truck. Let us remove your shorts.
Love it. I love it.
Uh,
In front of a funeral home, drive carefully. We'll wait.
well, there's a phrase that I've seen that says that if you believe in Jesus, honk.
Mhm.
If you would like to see him,
Keep test.
keep texting.
Yeah.
While
Yeah,
you're
I've seen
driving.
that. I've seen that.
Here's in a non-smoking area. If we see smoke, we will assume you're on fire and take appropriate action.
My God. In a Chicago radiator shop, best place in town to take a leak. I love that.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, that's cute.
And the one on the maternity room
Yeah.
door.
Oh, yeah.
Push, push, push.
That's great. That's great.
This-
Yeah, no, them, I would think they'd come up with the businesses first, and then they come up with the signage or
yeah,
the names.
I I may have related this on one of the shows or something, but years and years and years ago, I wanted to open up a store. We were involved in regional malls, and in most of those regional malls, there was a little place where you could go buy cigarettes. It was called the Tinder Box, which was
Mhm.
a good name, and they usually had a very small corner store, and they
Mhm.
probably one of the highest grossing stores per square foot because they could pack so much into it.
Yeah.
But they sold cigars and cigarettes, and they sold ashtrays and
Mhm.
all this. I wanted to open a store similar to that, and I was going to call it the Ash Hole.
I remember that.
I I I
You
I,
really
I
think
spent
seriously now?
time and I had a little folder
Yeah.
and I started writing up things like that and started playing with logos and things like that. And I thought, and it would just almost exclusively sell ashtrays because at that time,
People were smoking.
everybody was
Yeah.
smoking. Yeah, and you had glass ashtrays, you
Yeah.
had the little beanbag type
Right.
ashtrays, you had ashtrays you could put on the dashboard of the car. Everywhere you had ashtrays, and I thought the ash hole would be
It would have
a
been a good one.
that would have been a good name. I could have
We could
I,
have retired
I
on that
could have been
maybe
a millionaire.
earlier.
I could have
Yeah.
franchised them out,
Yeah.
had thousands of them across the country.
And now?
And now
Um,
I'm sitting doing a radio podcast with my wife every
lucky
every week
person.
on Thursdays at
You
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
lucky, lucky person.
Yes, I am so wealthy.
You are. You are wealthy in not necessarily in riches, but
Right. Yeah. It's-
in other ways.
that's right. Yes, we are top of our game in the humor department.
Well, hey, that's not bad.
But we'll throw it out to you if you know of a business or so that's got a catchy name or a catchy slogan and all. We'd love to share it, and we'll do another show sometime and relate some of them that you've written into us. So feel free to do it.
Do you think we should do a catchy slogan at the end of each show?
A catchy slogan,
Yeah,
like what?
I don't know.
You know, think.
That's your
Oh,
problem.
you have to think of
You
one.
could think of one.
All right, we'll try and think of one, and we can do it for the next show or so maybe. But or you want to come up with something right now?
No, no,
Well,
no, no. I was thinking maybe that might be something
I mean, just the
different to
name
do.
of our show is catchy enough, Opposite Saxes.
Yeah.
And that one really kind of, introduced itself to us because when we decided we wanted to do a show together, what are we going to call it? And I mean, it didn't take long for that one to
No,
pop
no,
up.
no. We kind of, yeah, yeah.
And anytime we tell anybody that we have a show and that's what it's called, they think, how clever.
You were so clever.
It is. I hope I still am.
Well, we'll see if we can think of another
We'll
one.
think of
by
another
next week.
email, a something to end the
Yeah,
show.
by next week.
Okay, like I do for one of my other shows. So,
Okay.
okay, so
Okay.
I guess that's it. If you
Short and
see
sweet.
you see some, let us know. We'd be
Yeah,
very interested.
absolutely.
Go out and make it a good week. Come back and see us again
Have a
next
good one.
Thursday. Okay, bye.
Bye.